Everyone, 6:01 here on your Thursday. Jason and Alicia here with you. Of course, we continue to follow everything coming out of Burnsville. Yesterday, such an emotional day for so many people. All the speeches and everything that was said about those three responders just touched your heart.
10,000 people showed up. A lot of people were watching the streaming as well. So we're going to have more on that coming up. Michelle's live with the breakdown. But first, let's get to meteorologist John Ziegler. We are expecting a warm up, and then it's just going to keep going up from here.
Yes, it is chilly outside right now. Temperatures are actually warmer right now, but I have to say that because it is 14 degrees out there. So it's warming, and I don't want this to make it look like it's so super nice out there because of the orange colors, but 20 degrees positive in Laverne. How about -2? It's cooling actually in International Falls. So 15 out there right now. It feels like 3, so you'll still need a coat. And you can see the winds are picking up. The winds are actually the reason we're warming the temperature. Look at the actual temp in International Falls. -16. How about that one? 23 above in Laverne. We're talking about a 40-degree swing as this warmer air comes in, but you're not going to feel it until we get to the afternoon. So keep your coats handy or on, of course, through the morning. It's going to be breezy. Wind chills will be in the 20s. There you go. Shed the layers as we go to 48 to 50 degrees by 3 o'clock. Cece?
Hey, thanks, John, and happy Thursday. So if you're headed out right now this morning to head out to work, just know that the roads are looking really good this morning all across the metro. I haven't really seen any crashes pop up this morning or any icy patches like I did yesterday morning at this time. If we zoom in on the South Metro Burnsville area, this is 35W at Cliff Road. You can see an example of that. Roads looking really good. Good morning if you're waking up down there.
Elmstrand, Rugi, Finseth. We were there for 7 children. Nothing could be more honorable. Rest easy, brothers.
This morning, Burnsville starts the process of trying to heal after a really emotional week.
Yeah, it's been a very difficult 24 hours, saying a final goodbye to the 3 heroes who gave their lives in the line of duty. Michelle is outside the Burnsville Police Department, where officers will return to work in the coming days. Michelle.
Hey, Jason, Alicia, and when they do return to work, it's going to be a new normal. You can even see their workplace still lined with these memorials, these displays of honor and respect. Well, yesterday, Burnsville officers and firefighters, they were joined by really thousands of people from all over the country there to pay their respects. They joined either online or watched in person that public memorial service. Well, powerful tributes poured out of Grace Church yesterday. There we learned who these men were behind the badge. Officer Matthew Rugi was known as the Book because that's how he did things. He was the crisis negotiator at the scene where he died. His family says he was perfecting the art of kindness. Officer Paul Elmstrand, class president in high school, married a sweetheart and has 2 young children. He was on his way to promotion, applying and being accepted as an honor guard for law enforcement memorial services like yesterday's. And then firefighter paramedic Adam Finseth was a decorated veteran. His captain says he poured his heart and soul into easing the burdens of others. Just listen how these fallen heroes are being remembered to those closest to them and how their legacies will live on.
Liam, Nora, I need to tell you that your papa is a hero. He loves you very much. He talked about you every day at work when he was not with you. Chief, I think Paul would have made an excellent sergeant. I'll miss our midnight talks, Paul.
It is unacceptable that Matt did not go home that morning. The loss that his family and friends feel is unbearable. And at the same time, it is also true that Rugi left us with remarkable gifts.
Yeah, those tributes have been just so moving all throughout the day. Well, yesterday on Sunrise, we told you how memorial service organizers were expecting an unprecedented number of guests to arrive and pay their respects. Well, that turned out to be true. We reported all throughout the day yesterday that 10,000 people, roughly 10,000 people, packed Grace Church alone, even sitting outside the sanctuary walls. Jason, Alicia.
Yeah, the outpouring of support just from Minnesota, not from Minnesota, but all over the country.
Right.
It's just been absolutely amazing to watch. All right, Michelle reporting live for us this morning. Thank you. And we also heard from Sergeant Adam Medlicott for the first time since he was shot and injured in Burnsville that morning.
He helped train officers Ruge and Elmstrand in their early years on the force. He recounted stories of Matt needing him to step in on one of his first negotiations. He saw them go from green trainees to outstanding members of the force, with Paul even considering a promotion.
Recently, he had been talking to me about the open sergeant position he was considering putting in. He was asking questions about the testing process and what it was like to be a sergeant. Chief, I think Paul would have made an excellent sergeant. I was standing next to him on his last call, but now it was Matt that was doing all the talking. And now it was me that was looking to him for the answer. I believed in him as a crisis negotiator, and everyone here should know he was doing an amazing job of it.
Medlicott says he did not work closely with firefighter medic Adam Finseth, but called him the bravest person he's ever known for running into the line of fire to save them.
Outside of the church, thousands of people braved the cold, lining several miles of South Metro roads and highways to say goodbye as the procession passed following the memorial. Nearly 1,500 fire trucks, police cars, and ambulances escorted the three men through the streets they served.
This whole community has been just down and just sad. You can see it in people's faces.
Well, I think they're watching us in Earth.
Yeah, even the kids out there taking in that moment as well. The 21-mile trip took nearly 2 hours. So many people want to express their thanks and appreciation. So if you'd like to donate to the families of these fallen heroes, you can text the word donate to 763-797-7215, and we'll respond with a link to Burnsville's official donation site.
Developing this morning, more details coming in about a tense situation about 12 hours ago where protesters jumped a fence at Governor Walz's home. Our photographer was there as nearly 100 people protested outside of his home. They were calling for the state to not give aid to Israel in any way and support an effort to free Palestine. Minnesota State Patrol tells us 14 people were cited for trespassing after climbing over the governor's fence. State Patrol says no one was hurt and law enforcement did not use force. Well, as you get ready to leave from work, activists plan to petition the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency to shut down the Smith Foundry in Minneapolis. For the last few months, neighborhood groups have been calling for the facility on East 28th to be shut down over concerns that it's been polluting the air for years. Earlier this month, the MPCA says test results showed it's in compliance with pollution standards, and while it's releasing lead, it's less than the company thought. Opponents aren't convinced, and today at 4 o'clock, they're going to submit their petition for an immediate shutdown.
We're getting a live picture from St. Paul right now, where in the last 15 hours, the council okayed more than $45 million for city improvements. More than $31 million will go to improving things like athletic fields, trails, and buildings, and city parks as well. The rest will pay for fixing streets like Grand Avenue. The projects will be paid for using the city's new 1% sales tax, which goes into effect on April 1st. That increase will bring St. Paul's sales tax to 9.8%, which is the highest in the state. The city says the tax will generate nearly $1 billion over the next 20 years.